Alright, Randy, I want to do a quick video here on some stuff on the car for you. There's just some personal things I put on it that I figured I'd show you that instead of having you try to figure it out. So anyway, there she is. I hope you really enjoy this thing. It's been a lot of fun to put it together, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Okay, so anyway, hood release is down here. There's a rod right there. Just push it, and then you lift up there. So I don't know if you can see down there. Anyway, alternator is a General Motors alternator, probably like a mid-80s Chevy pickup if you would ever need to replace it. Standard Mopar distributor, and on the bottom of the distributor is a little adapter, and it uses a GM HEI ignition module, and I've got a high performance one on there. Let's see, over here you got a remote oil filter there. Now this, it's got a rack and pinion on it, but it's not, I don't have a power steering pump on it. So this is just power steering fluid, and it goes down to the rack and pinion. You just use it to lubricate the rack and pinion, and but it steers really good without the pump on it. And I'd rather have the couple of horsepower than the pump. So I think that's about it for under here. Let's take a quick look inside. Okay, you got two keys. This one is your ignition. This GM key is the trunk lock. I put a GM trunk lock in it. So, okay, here's your dash layout. So down here, horn. You got dash lights and headlights here, which are separate. Cigarette lighter, I don't think that's hooked up. These three switches up here, this one is a little motorized deal for the cowl vent up here. Now, there's a little plastic coupling on there that's broke a couple of times, so you'd have to replace that coupling. It's real easy to do, but the motor does work. It's behind this panel. This one is a spare, is a pull push switch if you ever want to use that for anything. This one is the heater blower motor, which is noisy as hell. I told you about that in the email I sent you. Behind this, if you open up the glove box, is your fuse box. It's got a modern fuse box. Whole car's been rewired. This is your switch for your wipers, and I told you that vacuum motor doesn't work. Let's see, this down here is a cable for the heater valve out under the firewall. So you would pull this out, and then you turn that switch on to get your heat. The guy before me put Dolphin gauges in it. For some reason he put two European gauges in it. The oil pressure gauge is not in pounds, it's in bars, and then the temperature gauge is not in Fahrenheit, it's in Celsius. So I don't know if they sent him the wrong ones or if he bought the wrong ones or what, but anyway, it's I had to get my head wrapped around the different readings. Everything works except the gas gauge is kind of iffy. I'll try to get that thing going before your shipper gets here, but if not, you may have to mess with that. There's your stereo down there. I think I got a book on that I'll throw in here. Shifter. This is a modified Jaguar XJ6 shifter that I built. And so all the way to the seat is park, and you just push it straight up as reverse, and then you go over. Alright, then you go up again as neutral, then you go over and up as drive, over and up is second, over and up is first. And I got a pretty good aggressive shift kit in the transmission. So personally, I like to shift it manually because that first to second shift is nice and got a nice tight jump to it. Feels good. So anyway, that's all of that. Anything else in here? I can't think of anything. Let's take a look in the trunk. So go back here. Here's the trunk key. So your battery is back here. Up in front of that is a subwoofer. And then this kind of hump in the floor here, I modified the fuel tank. I cut the top out of the original fuel tank and I welded in the top of the Taurus SHO tank from when I had a Taurus SHO motor in this. So right now the sending unit that drops down, the bracket is the Taurus SHO, but I've got a GM 090 ohm sending unit on there. And then this is the wire for it that goes in. This is a ground wire. Like I said, I'll see if I can get that going before your shipper comes. Gas goes right there. Let's see what else out here. I can't think of anything else out here. I said it's got new tires on it. I just bought them a little over a year ago. Don't hardly have any miles on it. Also got speakers in the back. There's speakers in the front. Radio sounds pretty good. That is about all I can think of. Oh, here. So you raise up the floor mat. You got that little panel there. You take those screws out and your master cylinder is under there. Now it's got a dual master cylinder on it. It was on there when I got the car. It had drum brakes in the back, disc in the front, and now it's got four-wheel disc. For some reason I have to bleed that thing every once in a while. I'll bleed it and have a real good pedal, and then after a while it'll get a little spongy and you'll have to pump it once or twice to get the brake solid again. So I don't know if you want to look. I was thinking about moving that master cylinder out to the firewall or just going with a different type because I'm really not sure what that one's off of, but it is a fairly new one, and it's got a pretty neat bracket down there that it's mounted to. That's about all I can think of. Car runs really good. If I can fire it up for you here. Like I said, it's a blast to drive. Got a fairly aggressive cam in it. Not a ton of power. It is the original heads. They've been ported a little bit, and it's probably 9-to-1 compression, so it sounds meaner than what it is, but it does have plenty of power. Anyway, that's all. I'll cut this video off, and I will